Living in a time where connection is easier than ever. Think about it. Just one tap on your screen and you can send a word of encouragement, share a funny meme, or even join a fundraiser to help someone halfway across the globe. Isn't it amazing that technology gives us the power to love and to help, sometimes without even leaving our chair? And wait, here's something even more interesting. Young people today are starting to realize that friendship is not about quantity anymore, it's about quality. You've probably heard someone say, "I don't need many friends, just a few who really understand me are enough." And it's true, that's becoming a new trend. From thousands of followers, people are slowly turning back to value the real connections, the ones built on listening and understanding. You see, this is a positive shift, and I'm pretty sure you can feel it happening in your own life too. There's another thing I've noticed, and maybe you've experienced it as well. Have you seen those little check-ins on social media or in real life? Friends texting each other, "Hey, are you doing okay today? Want to grab a coffee?" Or creating small groups to share about school stress, family issues, or relationships? It might sound simple, but sometimes just hearing someone say, "I went through the same thing too," can be enough to pull you out of loneliness. And here's my favorite part. We're slowly learning how to embrace differences in friendships. A friend with a different culture, different opinions, even a different belief system, rather than creating distance, it's becoming an opportunity to expand our horizons. Those kinds of conversations make friendships less boring and much deeper. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? But hold on a second. There's a truth we can't ignore. Because behind all these positives, there's also a darker side we can't pretend doesn't exist. But hey, let's flip the lens for a second. Because not everything about friendship today is sunshine and good vibes. You felt it, right? That invisible pressure, always be online, reply instantly, show up or you'll be left out. It's exhausting. And the worst part? If your friend doesn't reply right away, your brain starts whispering, "They don't care. You're being ignored." Boom. Stress level 100. And where does this even come from? Oh right, our so-called friends. The big numbers we flex online, 1,000, 5,000, maybe even 10,000 followers, look cool, but deep down many of those connections are shallow. A quick like, a 2-second comment, a streak on Snapchat. But when real life gets messy, and then there's the FOMO trap. You scroll through Instagram and see your friends at a party, smiling, clinking glasses, living their best life, except you weren't invited. And suddenly, your whole day crashes. You start asking, what's wrong with me? Why didn't they include me? It's wild how one post, one picture can mess with your confidence that badly. But let's be real, it happens to almost everyone. FOMO makes you chase validation, not genuine connection. Another one? Performative friendships. You know what I mean. The "let's take a selfie so people know we're close" kind of bond. The tag me on your story friendship. On the surface, it looks like you have an amazing crew, but when the cameras are off, when there's no post to make, there's nothing real left. That's not friendship, that's just branding. And trust me, your heart can tell the difference. And don't even get me started on toxic friendships, the ones full of jealousy, competition, fake support, or that one friend who's always controlling, demanding, or guilt-tripping you. Sometimes you hold on to them just because it feels safe, like, at least I'm not alone. But trust me, that safety is fake. If you keep letting these people stay, you're basically handing them the keys to your future, and that future, it's not looking bright. So here's the question. Do you really want to live your life borrowing feelings, chasing clout, and keeping toxic energy just because you're scared of being alone? So let's pause here, because I need to tell you something important. Please, stop borrowing emotions from other people. Stop letting likes, comments, or silence on your post decide how your day goes. That's not living, that's surviving on crumbs. If your mood crashes every time a photo gets fewer likes or your story doesn't get many replies, then here's the truth. You're not really sad about the internet. You're sad because you haven't yet grown strong enough to live fully on your own terms. And that's okay. Growth takes time. But instead of chasing external noise, why not flip the script? Why not focus on building yourself so solid that those numbers don't shake you anymore? Here's my way, and trust me, it's simpler than you think. First, choose joy every single day. Not fake smiles, not toxic positivity, real joy. That means looking at your weaknesses honestly and working on them little by little. Just a tiny upgrade each day. Maybe it's managing your temper. Maybe it's being more consistent. Maybe it's finally putting down your phone and finishing that book. One small step at a time. You'd be surprised how quickly those tiny victories add up. And when your life is full of growth, You don't even have time to sit around crying over toxic friends or empty notifications. Second, reconnect with your roots. Yeah, I know, this might sound old school or uncool. Spend time with your siblings, call your parents, hug your grandparents, help out with family chores, say the words "I love you." On the surface it looks simple, even cheesy, but think deeper. If you build all the success in the world and forget the very people who gave you life, who cheered for you before anyone else, then who are you really? That's not cool. That's the real failure. I once read a line in an ancient book. When light is born, darkness disappears. And it stuck with me, because it's true. When you become someone of real value, when your life radiates growth, kindness, and strength, everything fake will fall away on its own. Toxic people won't even want to stay, because they'll see they can't pull you down anymore. Shallow friends will fade out, because you've outgrown them. And what's left? Real connections. The ones who see your worth, not your follower count. Think about it. Maybe you don't need 1,000 friends. Maybe you only need 3, or even 1. One person who truly gets you, who shows up when it matters, who reminds you of your value when you forget it yourself. That's worth more than any number on a screen. And here's the secret. When you treat yourself with respect, when you know your own value, the universe has a way of filtering your circle for you. The wrong ones fall away, the right ones stay. And your life starts to feel lighter, calmer, more real. So next time you catch yourself scrolling, comparing, stressing about being left on seen, take a breath and ask, am I borrowing my feelings from others again? Or am I building my own light? Because once you choose to shine from within, the darkness around you has no chance. And before I wrap this up, let me leave you with one thought. True friendship is not about having someone to party with or someone to tag in your photos. True friendship is when your soul feels at peace in someone's presence. And that peace always starts with you. So the real challenge isn't finding the right friends. It's becoming the kind of person that the right friends can find. And in our next episode, we're going to dive even deeper into the idea of responsibility. Not just to yourself, but to your family, the people who raised you, and the future you want to build. Because if friendship shapes your heart, then responsibility shapes your entire life. Trust me, what you experience through my sharing will help you become stronger, more resilient, more confident. Follow me, because this next part may be the wake-up call you've been waiting for.